Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? My television is broken. No, I just didn't press the button correctly, I guess. There we go. Easy clap. How's everyone doing, guys? Still holding up. Second day of the internship today. My code is shaping up. We're doing some serious stuff here. Trust. Same thing as always. I didn't put the focus back on the window. Dude, like, it's so frustrating that the game always switches back to mouse and keyboard when I, like, start it up for some reason. Because I started up with mouse and keyboard, I suppose. Or, like, because I enter my my password with mouse and keyboard. Or because, like, I don't know what. But, like, I always have to manually set it to controller. And then the other thing is not so much the game's fault. It's just I'm too stupid to remember that every time I start stream, like I start up the game and everything, so the game is there for you guys to see before I actually, start the stream. But then I always notice, oh, there's something wrong about like the secondary screen. So we always alt tab out the screen and shift around windows and stuff, and then I don't alt tab back into the game. Check Discord for me real quick. Oh my god. What chatbot are you talking about, dude? I appreciate your concern, but the chat messages that you see here in chat, I automatically spammed them. There are chat messages, test messages from Social Stream. The how you call it? I'm dumb. The program that interfaces with the Twitch chat and like puts the messages on screen. Not like if you're talking about we have a YouTube chatbot in the Discord that always like responds to the most random stuff with the most random things. Or if you're worried about like consolidating chats, that is true. That is against TOS, but other people are doing it too. It's kind of like, it's kind of like the multi-platform streaming was before it was allowed. It's like, yeah, it's technically against TOS, but there's not enough people to check, and there's no one enforcing the rule, and like really they don't care. Like, sure, if I get mass reported and everyone writes in their report, a Capmaster is using chatbots or is superimposing stream, superimposing chats from other platforms on YouTube, on Twitch, on the overlay, then yeah, I guess they would have to act, and they would probably give me a warning, maybe suspension for a couple of days or something like that. But very, very unlikely that they would instantly ban for first-time offense with something so minor.
In another life.
And I mean, I've said in the past, and like obviously I'd be super sad if I lost my Twitch, but like in the end, does the platform really matter that much? I feel like I can do good streams on other platforms too. And like I've been very vocal about like things that I didn't like about Twitch in the past. But yeah, I don't want to have like a King Kongor type situation where you're like, I really want to go on Twitch, but then you can't. Oh wait, Fragment tab is not set up with affinities yet. Like, I get that it's technically against terms of service to show chats from other platforms on your overlay on Twitch, but it's like, it makes no sense to not do that and then to still talk to people on the other platforms, because then no one can see what they said, right? And then you have to read it out. And reading it out is not against terms of service. So, like, really, do they want me to read out every YouTube chat messages and like shout it out every time there's a YouTube chat message? This guy on YouTube said this and this. I think that would be more advertising for YouTube and more like encouraging people to go to the YouTube stream instead than the on-screen chat from YouTube would. Right? And I've always been one to be like, yeah, I mean, you don't want to get caught breaking a rule, but if the rule is stupid to begin with, then it's not wrong to break the rule. And I don't feel bad for it. Right? Like smoking cannabis before it was legal. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it, it's illegal, you don't want to get caught with it, but then at the same time, it's like a super stupid rule. Because it doesn't do anything beneficial. Yeah, so yesterday, I don't know whether you were there until the very end, we found the blood dance. So that's pretty okay. That is a solid chunk of life regen there with the 4 frenzies. Wait, don't I have 5 frenzies now? Doesn't blood dance give +1 max frenzy as well? Didn't it used to? It gets a better bonus now, so that's fine. Sad thing is, it does have a little bit of an attack and cast speed malice per frenzy charge, right? So, gotta compensate by getting more attack and cast speed. Some nice QOL stuff. Yeah, the chisel thing is cool. Not clicking on waypoints is like, yeah, and the harvest stuff is like, yeah, why was it even there to begin with, right? Like, why did you even have to click a waypoint in order to get it? Why couldn't you just walk over it? Why wasn't it implemented like that in the first place? Makes you wonder. But yeah, no, I'm all in favor of it, but I mean, I'm hyped, but like also this drip feeding single quality of life changes that should have been in the game to begin with. It's like quite a bunch of hefty nerfs. What do you mean? Oh, you mean because it's Expedition 2.0? Yeah, I mean, so far we don't know anything about the nerfs, right? Like, so far everyone is just inferring the nerfs. Because, yeah, quality is now multiplicative, so like weapons essentially have like almost 30% more damage, right? When you get them to 30 quality than they had before. And obviously chest pieces can have much higher energy shield and armor and evasion values. We saw that new chest base type for ES, the Never something rope, or I don't know. Was it a Never Silk rope? What? I know Neversink posted it on YouTube. It had a different name, but it had like a sick amount of base ES. Determination flat armor cut in half. Oh right, yeah, we saw that. We talked about it. ZB said that they need to compensate elsewhere. But I mean, kind of they do, right? Because if quality is multiplicative, then you'll get that from gear now, just by putting quality on it. So you don't even need better gear than before. For like an armor build, you'll just get more base armor from your gear and less from determination. And the more multiplier is still the same, right? So it's still a no-brainer to run it if you're invested, but it's worse if you're not invested with it, which is overflowing. I think fair, because I feel like it was just too important to run those. And now maybe we get a situation where you're not necessarily running grace or determination from the moment that you get it. Because it's just so good. Don't know, the game is balanced around you needing to run them. I don't think so while leveling necessarily. And an end game, I mean, just like I said, just you get more stuff on your items. You probably, the way that I know GGG does these changes, you probably end up coming out ahead anyway. And overall. Like if you take a build that is like heavily invested in armor from this patch and you try to make it in the new patch, I bet you it's gonna have more armor than before. Despite losing a lot of flat from determination. But like 30% more base from all your, well, like almost 30% more, but 20 to 30% more base from all your items, armor items. Well, I mean the ones that can have quality anyway. I know rearguard technically is an armor item because it has armor, but you can't put quality on a quiver now, can you? Oh, press the wrong button. Can you imagine? I still haven't heard back from the fucking potential employers for the apprenticeship in Cologne. Even though they said they would let me know early this week. Give me a second. My headphones are empty. Need a new battery. Why are they so empty already? Aren't they supposed to last longer? The battery's probably dying. Or maybe, just maybe, it wasn't even full to begin with. Alright, what do we want to do? New instance. Another nerf that people think is coming is probably the rarity of chisels, right? Because they're gonna make it so that you only have to chisel white maps once, right? And yellow maps, was it twice or four? No, twice, I think. And red maps, 4 times, right? Because you get 5% at red map tier. And then, wait, does that mean the quality on maps is also multiplicative? Actually, don't know. Never chiseled yellow and white, to be fair. Yeah, it's not something you really do. That's true, but now it's probably not the worst thing you can do. Already did chisel 4 times? Yeah, but any rarity red map other than unique. Like, you can now, like, have alked maps and quality them retroactively when you're like, oh, this rolled really well. Like, I wish I would have qualitied it before. Well, now it doesn't matter anymore whether you quality before or after. Which, yeah, I mean, I have to see in the game and see how it plays, how it feels, but I think it's a good idea to make quality, it's the right change to make, because the problem with quality was that you really, like, wouldn't quality anything. You'd only quality, like, the top-end shit. Well, at least if quality currency is, like, a scarcity problem, right? Like, in case of maps. Right, but if you make it so that lower level stuff is easier to get to higher quality, then you encourage people using it on that. Worth picking up gavels? Probably not in softcore trade, you know the game. Nice troll question. But yeah, I mean, it could be definitely worth it in SSF. Maybe. Just a handful here and there. Not each and every one of them. Need to check whether we're still making that ring. I also look at my resists and kind of figure out how to make me map viable. Oh wait, we're already pretty close. A little bit of cold. Just need to... we can give up some lightning. Just need a little more cold. And the target is probably the helmet. Take off this helmet and use one that does have cold. Didn't I just like stash a 4-link? But that was blue, right? I'd hate to try and roll cold res on a blue item and then wear a blue item. Plus I also really wanted that pig-faced helmet with the... what did it have? Had spell suppression and rarity, right? It's also only blue, but that's actually like a 2-mod item that I can get behind. Stupid Morgue is full. Wait, and I don't have space for the Crusader blade.
We can dump some.
Oof. Yeah. I'm gonna die. Yeah, this is the problem. You wouldn't have this problem on the computer at all. Like, you would just pick the items up and put them there while, like, doing your shit. But I guess the console strat is also, like, drop the small items, pick up the big item, and then just pick up the big items again. And why do I have this shield? How did I even pick that up? It's tiny on the filter. Did we get a teaser today already? Like, we're due for another teaser, right? I guess I could quickly sit on the computer and, like, look at teasers for a moment or two. Okay, go back.
Freedom comes to those who fight.
Crusader plate. Look here, this would have 30% more armor with quality after the change. Four-link Desert Brigandine. But I got the 6 socket. Maybe like keep it so we can keep it for a side grade. Nah. Side grade will be 5-link that we make from Necropolis, I think. Wonder if they're gonna nerf Adorn. A lot of people speculate on it. It's fine in current state. Yeah, that's a good point. Fracture Jewels would be nice if they were excluded. That would make sense. Like Fracture Jewels. But then it's also like... Yeah, no, it's a good suggestion. I think I'd be fine with that. That's actually a good nerf. That still makes it like good. Like it stays good, but it's like not actually something that is extremely rewarding to the top end of the economy, both in terms of like creating it and consuming it. Fuck, dude. This is like too low. I need to kind of... Was it this one? This is 69. Yeah, we need to do that. I think. Oh my god, 6 alks. 6 alterations. %, suppress, fuck. It's not cold resist. Evasion. I mean... I should have qualityed it, that's what I mean. Twelve chromatics, dude. Wait, do I even want to use it? What was that pig-faced helmet that I had? Because I know I had a helmet already. That was suppression. 9% suppression and 12% rarity. But that one doesn't have the sockets. But I do have the sockets on the bow. So we could like move on to the bow. Yeah, that's an option, I guess. But don't I need like at least 1 blue on the bow? Oh, I need red. I need also 1 red. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of having my 4-link on the bow. Wait. I could put it on here, right? Because right now... And we could put another skill on Mana Forged, right? Could have done that already all the time. Can you put Ensnared Arrow on Mana Forged? Does that compute? Already in Hype Cycle thinking about what build to play, but it's so hard to think of something that's fun and doesn't die every map, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. dying every map is a thing. I need a lot of green. If I change the colors and it sucks. It's like so hard on hybrid to get the colors that you want. It's probably easier to get the colors on the bow, but probably the easiest would just be to use this. Should we just try and hit one blue on that? I guess. Oh, one chromatic. Easy clap. How's work? It's chill. Like I wanna preface it with being positive about it, right? Because it's like a nice little company, like not too many employees, like I think around about like somewhere between 10 and 20 total, I think. And they're super chill and knowledgeable. I feel really like I don't feel stressed out or like I almost feel at home at like the second day, right? Like I can go there, I can chill. I mean, I don't have my own employee like card to get into the building, right? I have to ring the bell and they have to let me in and all that, but it does really feel good. And like if I end up doing my internship there, like finishing the internship and like then they offer me the apprenticeship and I do it there, I wouldn't be mad about it, right? I know it's going to be a chill 2 years. It's going to be fun. I can bike there almost every day, assuming the weather's great. And yeah, but like small company also means they don't really have like someone who's like there or like even has a lot of time to like explain to me things or like help out with my project or introduce me to things. I mean, when you do an internship, you do it because you want to learn about how it is working in that company. And so far, what I've done is I attended a Monday morning meeting on Microsoft Teams. And I think that's about the closest I got to experiencing what it's like to work there. Other than that, I only did things so far that I could have done at home in the comfort of my own computer, right? Like I could have like written my own code there, right? I don't need to sit in the company doing that. So that's a little frustrating, I want to say, but like I said, the guys are cool and knowledgeable and that's worth a lot. Can't stress that enough. But yeah, if I get the offer from the other company, then I'm gonna have to think about my own future and probably take that because that sounded really, 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 really good. So ensnaring. Because I still have that uncut thing, right? Didn't I get like an uncut gem from? Yeah, I did. So we can get ensnaring arrow for that. Think about it though, is there anything like that I'd want rather than ensnaring in terms of skill gems? I can't get supports, right? But like I can get skill gems.
May reason preserve us.
Oh yeah, oh I can't search because I can't enter anything because I'm not at the keyboard. Oh no. Okay, let me see. Storm Rain, just for damage. I honestly don't know when Ensnaring Hour comes up. I'll just have to go through this, but it's in here, right? Ah, there we go. Ensnaring is just increase? What do you mean just increase? It's take increased. Increased damage taken is a more multiplier. Well, if you don't have any of it anyway. It does stack with itself ultimately, so... But it doesn't stack with your increased damage, so it's good. Also, less movement speed and all, and automation, right? So... I think that's gonna be good. Yo, Snapchat, how are you doing? I'm fine. Second day of the internship under the belt, and I feel productive a little bit. Oh yeah, I was saying, yeah, I'm basically doing stuff that I could be doing at home, but like the feedback that I got so far is really good, right? Like, and I'm working on learning their house style and like trying to just give a better structure to my code and respect proper programming and web design etiquette by, like, you know, masking my special symbols and all that jazz, like making sure that it's compatible in all browsers. And I am in good spirits. Things are going well right now. The only thing that I'm really like unhappy about is that I'm not getting to do a lot of content at the moment. But ultimately, like I've said so many times, it means more and better content in the future if we sort that stuff out. So yeah, good spirits all around. Also, I got this bow in Ruthless pre-maps. That's pretty okay. And we got Blood Dance, and we got Hinekor Sight, and I got a 6-socket fucking Brigandine with suppression. I just rolled blue suppression helmet. I don't think I even have a single point of suppression in the tree itself, but because I'm a raider, I also already have... What? Are you serious? I have 87% of suppression chance already. So I'm only missing 13% suppression chance for cap. I think I do have a little bit in the tree in the usual suspect places. Right, like there's some nodes that you pick traveling that have suppression, like here 8 and 16 here. But yeah, that means that... Oh yeah, I also picked up this suppression. Never mind. Did I pick up the other suppression as well? No, I didn't get Inveterate. Yeah, I didn't get Inveterate yet. So... basically, I could probably like switch the small cluster that I have for the big cluster for the Inveterate one and cap myself, right? I think that has 13% more or more. Right, let me count. The Entrench cluster has 12 plus 5 plus 5, 12 plus 15s and 27. I think this one is like 39 or something like that, right? That's 24 plus 15. It is no, it's 29, right? No, 39. I'm so correct, dude. So that means like 1% off. Both clusters require the same amount of points. Yeah, but one you reach earlier. But yeah, so if I could get like another point refunded, and I do have some refunds from... Yeah, I can refund the mastery, obviously, because I don't need the lucky mastery at all. Like this, and then we just keep this one to fill up the spell suppression. And I don't have the Revenge of the Hunted yet. The one that baits you to think that you're suppression cap when you're not, because you're on full life and you have 10% extra. So that means 100% spell damage suppression chance in your anus. On Uranus, because Uranus is well, not a planet, but a celestial, what is it? Something. Some sort of celestial object.
Got no more room in the morgue.
Ah, no more room. I was like, why is it not collecting?
They want to dump or keep.
That's actually also pretty good. Like, I already filled up the morgue, but it's like, I only got... I don't know, are the chances different in Ruthless? Like, for the different corpses and stuff that you can get? Because I feel like I got so many more modifiers that are scarcer than modifiers that are more common. Yeah, I don't know, like, the more I think about it, the more I feel like I don't want to play on controller anymore once I get to maps. Because there's so many things that I would want to do that I, like, really feel like I don't want to do on controller. I do like the moment-to-moment gameplay on the controller a lot, though. A lot more than I would have expected. Like, having direct control of your character instead of, like, pointing somewhere and having the character walk there. It's really cool. And obviously it will be only cooler in PoE 2. I think I might actually... Well, I mean, assuming that Jonathan makes his promise true and integrates the input change during runtime. Implements, I mean. Yeah, then there's no reason for me not to play controller, right? I can still play controller even in, like, my sitting desk position. And then do mouse and keyboard for everything else but the gameplay. Yeah, getting that suppression cap is a huge survivability boost, I think. Yeah, I can probably change the helmet actually away from the suppression thing again and just get another point. I don't really need the suppression on the helmet. I'd more urgently need the cold resist on the helmet, but I didn't hit it. I didn't want to spend all my alterations. Because I was like, even if I hit it, it's only going to be a blue item cold resist. But... what if I find a rare item with cold resist that also has life and another resist? And That's the vibe. Wait, do we have a full inventory? Yeah, I probably want to go vendor.
Hello there, exile. Freedom comes to those who fight.
It's even blue. 20% attack speed. That's sick, but the WED and and the damage over time multiplier is not synergistic with each other. I mean, yeah, attack speed is also not really that important for damage over time, but you'd take it because you don't want to stand still for a long time. All right, we also found a rare jewel, right? Ooh. 3 energy shield per enemy hit. Cast speed while holding a shield. And freeze duration on enemies. Could that have been a worse combination of mods? Probably not. Is your internship paid? I wish. Nah, it's really just I had an interview because the apprenticeship that I want to do, which is obviously paid, but when we did the interview, they were like, well, would you be willing to do like an internship, like a week, just to know each other? And like, obviously, yeah, on the one hand, it's like, do you really want to go and be 8 hours of your day in a place without getting paid? But on the other hand, like, I'm really not generating value for them, right? Like, I'm not doing any of their projects or like, you know, doing a service to any of their customers. I'm just like chilling there, learning to know the environment and the work flow, and obviously doing my own little project. So it's fine. Like, if I was actually like doing work,
Kiss it bye-bye.
then I'd be feeling like, oh yeah, I really wanna. Jamas with the 76 months tier 3 once again. Thank you very much. I also am grateful for the games you gifted me. I will have to go into my Steam and accept them before they expire. And yeah, I'm sure we'll get to play them soon. Things are ramping up. Also, I got definitely like a full week around League Start where neither my girlfriend is around nor well, I'm hoping I won't. So the internship, right? Like, they probably want me to extend that if they want to, like, if they're gonna be like, oh yeah, next month you could do the apprenticeship and start, then they probably gonna be like, well, we would really like to continue the internship until then, so you can already like start learning and start catching up and all that, right? But like, I need to somehow explain to them that I have other plans for the rest of the month. But yeah, like, either way, like, I'm not gonna. So I'm definitely playing a lot then. Gunfire Sage, yeah, that we also need to play. True that. But yeah, League launch weekend and the entire week after that, I'm available. So that's working, I think. And then obviously we're gonna do podcasts again. I can't wait to invite all the creators again and do that thing. So even if with the beginning of next month I won't be able to play as much as I will during League launch, think I'll still get like a decent amount weekly in. Doing private leagues or merging with Valor or softcore? I honestly don't know. I will probably say let's wait until the announcement and see whether it feels like more of an SSF league or more of a trade league. And if it's more of an SSF kind of thing, then I would be really down with doing Valor's private league. Especially because then I can do also like a day-night kind of thing with Valor, right? Like where I stream during the time that he doesn't stream, and he streams during the time that I don't stream, and can raid each other. And I mean, Valor is pretty much streaming like 24/7 the first couple days, but I mean, as soon as like everything settles. Yeah, the more thought I give it, like probably the Valor League or even returning to SSF for me, because I feel like if I play softcore trade again, I mean, I think I'm just gonna hurt my enjoyment of the game, because there's like I only ever play softcore trade because I want to play with you guys, right? But I never play it because I want to play it or because I enjoy it so much. So I never play it for what it is, and then I never take advantage of the trade economy, and I never, like, you know, really embrace it. But I kind of always play SSF while I'm in trade, right? Like semi-SSF, sure, I buy some things, but like I'm really lazy when it comes to buying and when it comes to selling and all that. And that just makes it like SSF but worse, because you have more fear of missing out and more people that like are further ahead of you. Like more fear of missing out and more actual missing out. So yeah, I have to give it some thought. Yeah, but like group SSF with Balor and the boys is also going to be a lot of like feeling behind, because they're going to be way better and faster at completing the game and tackling the end game bosses and providing like all the items and stuff for everyone that they need. Which will ultimately obviously benefit us if we are in that league, but just saying. Well, it's not too much from the private league that I did, where some people from Balor's League came over and did exactly that. So. I got baited by the Glorious Plate. I saw the crystal skin, but I was like, oh, I can pick up the plate and then move away again before it. You joined like 3 weeks in. They were blasting off hard in the first couple days. Yeah, true, you did join late. Yeah, this is also something that is increasingly frustrating Ruthless. Is that you can't use an item filter that hides anything. Ruthless item filters are not allowed to hide anything. And so you end up picking up a lot of garbage items. And you're like, eh. It's like I really want to like Ruthless, but it's still in its current iteration not there for me. But yeah, like I said, perfect for controller because it limits stuff that you need to do. couple pumpers, but a lot of slower leagues. Well, I guess you get that in every league, right? But yeah, I'm one of the slower guys. But we'll see. I mean, with the background of it likely being like for the foreseeable future the last league where it can really go ultra hard on league start for the entire first week, I might just do that, right? Personally, I like when you guys are playing global trade. Well, that's good that you chime in. The thing is with Batters League that it's almost certain that we're gonna merge to global trade after like 3 weeks or so, right? Because I think they're like merging relatively early.
Got no more room in the mall. Let's talk. See what we want to dump or keep.
Yeah, I get that. It's a cooler vibe for, I guess it's better for the guild, obviously, if everyone is in one league. But, I mean, in the same way, I could say, personally, I would like it if all you tradies would come into and play the private league with us, because that's a better vibe for the guild, right? But I don't want to kind of push people to play in a way that they don't enjoy as much. And it's just like softcore trade PoE has like evolved. I want to sound perverted, but I want to say perverted, but like I want to sound perverted. I always sound perverted. I want to say perverted, but like I want to keep a positive mind. And it's like, but it did definitely evolve the game far away from what PoE usually or originally used to be when I started playing it. And I feel like now, in order to play trade correctly, you need to be like tapped into all the, you know, all the currency making strats and all the trading tools. And there's so much that I originally didn't sign up for when I started playing the game. PoE 2 boss health bars and 325. Nice. That's huge. Thanks, Einasat. Did they have any like additional like information in there? Dude, first 5 link and it's a fucking staff. Cute dog, Giga Farmer streamers, what? Yo, what up, Boulder? No LE? don't have time for like a stream for like 3 hours. It's not worth it to start LE up. When I also saw that they were having like problems with the servers again, or like with the downloads, or with the chat, or I don't know, like, but no LE. Not this time. I'm not particularly hyped to play LE, honestly. Like, I love the game, and I think it's fine. But I'm also happy just not playing it. I'm happy that it exists and that I can play it when I want to. But like right now, I'm just not really. Maybe next league. Convinced people play LE because it's the same genre as PoE. It's so boring. I mean, you can't really say one is boring and the other one isn't. You think? I don't think it's boring. It's more like I've always been like a monogamistic gamer, right? Like I like playing one game. I don't like to play a variety of games. I don't like to shuffle around between games, right? Maybe if I'm doing full-time gaming again, yeah, that would be a nice thing to have like a rotation to play like PoE for half the stream. And then for the other half of the stream, play something else, right? That could be fine, but yeah, if I have limited time, I don't really feel like playing 2 games that require like a significant time investment. Dude, this is so crap. You know what I mean? Like a friend of mine also yesterday talked to me for like an hour about Warframe. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I know Warframe is great. I know they have a great community manager. I know they have a great devs and a great relationship between the devs and the community, much like PoE. It's a lot of times it's compared, right? But I can't get into another game that makes me feel like it requires hundreds of hours to play to get somewhere. Look at LE, a week or 2 after patch comes out, 0 to 2 streamers, and game is dull. I don't know whether I agree with that or not. I thought there was more happening last time, but last time was also the big release. We'll have to see how much it holds up as a cyclic game, right? But also, I don't think every cyclic game needs to last for 3 months or 2 months or 1 month or something like that. Sometimes it's fine to have like periodic releases and you know, people play it for a week, 2, 3, and yeah, it must. I mean, PoE is also setting a high bar when it comes to how addicting it is and how much people play it actually, right? I think we need to normalize games not being PoE. Yeah, I'd like to play some LE, but like I don't feel like I have the time for it and the headspace right now. Shit, I forgot. I need to go back always. See, this is exactly the reason I wanted to play Ruthless in the first place, is because I didn't want to go back all the time and vendor shit, and now it doesn't even feel like Ruthless anymore. It just feels like I have a relatively strict filter, which I don't. Oh, baby. I'm not using shields. That looks pretty okay for Ruthless. Person you get bored of greater corruption farming after a day. Maybe it's just you. Probably it's just you. I've heard of people allegedly who have done greater corruption farming for more than a day. Yeah. I also want to play Hades on stream. Like Resting gifted me Hades more than a month ago. Like I think 2 months ago already. And I played a little bit off stream and I've always thought this game would be so cool to play on stream, but I don't want to just go live on Hades and play and you know, but I want to do it properly, right? Like I want to build up to it by like doing a long stream, playing PoE for 4 hours and then playing Hades for 4 hours or something like that, right? Because I know if I just go live with Hades, then like a lot of people are just not going to come to check out the stream, even though they would probably enjoy it, right? And Hades is amazing. It's such a good game. Leveling's fun once in a while, though. Hey, I'm glad at least you like that. And maybe I just haven't done enough mapping, right? In LE. Maybe I didn't do enough of the end game grind to be in that situation where I feel like it's actually really boring. Wait, we wanted to go back to where the item was on the ground. See, I'm so all over the place. Like, I'm pretty sure, well, I'm pretty sure I poured it out because I couldn't pick up valuable items on the ground before. And then not gone back to where I poured it out because I keep talking and forgetting about what I was doing. LE has 100% of the devs' attention, that's nice. I mean, that's just being mean. PoE 1 has 100% of their devs' attention as well. Like the 20 or 30 or 40 people who are working on it currently. I guess, nah, there's like a couple of guys who are working on both games, right? Sure, but...
Deadman's locker is overflowing. Time to make
Diablo 4 super fan. I'm disgusted you guys would talk about or play any other game. Fair enough. Hey, I heard Diablo 4 is actually good now. So. Or like at least not bad. I haven't heard the D4 bad in a while. Oh no, it has 100% of 20% of GGG. But yeah, it's not like it was like 10 years ago, I'll give you that. But it's also, I think the amount of people that have 100% attention that they give to PoE is still bigger than 10 years ago. D4 mid. I think that's a sentiment I've seen thrown around. Also, PoE was not very good. That was good enough to get me hooked. I really liked it when I started 2017. Bullshit. 2014 I started. I'm lying. Almost got my 10-year anniversary now. Hey, everyone is free to speak their mind, Snapchat. As long as we're not insulting or hurting other people's feelings. If that's truly how Balder feels about PoE, then it's still a valid perspective, even if I think I disagree. Yeah, I'm really curious what we got for the next league, though. No cap. Been playing since 2013. First year was definitely not the best, but also not the worst. Yeah, you could so liberally apply that to a lot of PoE years. But yeah, no, I mean, mostly this past year, it's not the best, but also not the worst. On try D4 again, heard it's good. No, Siege Mass. There you go. You did it. You converted him. It is not liberate, if I can explain it. I guess. Can you explain it? I was just saying it's like a... PoE has a lot of years. And if you pick any year, chances are high that you can say that it's not the best, but also not the worst, because there's only one best and one worst. But there's like 10 years, right? Or 20, no, 12. That's basically, it's just being a smartass. It's with the empty sockets. I don't have skill gems. This is ruthless, sir. Well, I guess I could level some gems that I'm not using, you're right. And then like swap them in the lab. That's a good point. But yeah, I just moved my main skill into the 4-link in the bow, in the 4-link in the helmet. Which actually... Why is my blood rage there as well? I was supposed to get like a different support gem. Wait, why can I not move it to the gear? Ah, okay, so... Because I wasn't in socket mode. Yeah, so basically just using a 3-link on the main right now, but I do have a 4-link mana forged arrows with Frenzy and Blast Rain and Ensnared arrows, so that's great. And Snare Ring arrows. Ring, ring, ring. How does it feel to play on a controller? Awful, I want to kill myself. Between awful, I want to kill myself in towns. And while like trying to do actual things, especially inventory management while you're in an enemy zone, but like the moment-to-moment gameplay is surprisingly good. When do we get to meet Mrs. Master OP? I don't know, do you want to meet her? I feel like some things are... I don't even know whether she wants to be publicly... public. But also, I feel like Mrs. Catmaster OP is putting a lot of undue pressure onto the situation. Let's just call her the lady I'm seeing, okay? Because I don't have to be lying to say that. I do think she's awesome. Otherwise, I wouldn't. But
Greetings.
Mrs. Master OP is a little bit a stretch. Mrs. Lady Years E. Had a fun time buying gems from Ciosa. Yeah, that was the best part because my keyboard is like 2 meters away, and I couldn't enter a search, so I had to like go gem by gem through the inventory to find out which one was Ensnaring Arrow because I don't purchase Ensnaring Arrow a whole lot, and so yeah, it was not easy to find. But now I know. Catwoman OP. Well, she does take care of the cat when I'm gone, so she does get my key and she does come here and let the cat in and out and feed him and give him new water and all. So that is appropriate. I think it's time. I can't see Reliquary anymore. Does my cat like me? It's hard to tell, but I think, yeah, he does. He's been sticking with me for a while. Or you mean, does the cat like her? Yeah, definitely. Like, usually my cat wants to go outside when I have a visitor. Like, he usually doesn't chill with the visitors, right? Like, he's not down with that, but with her, he likes to sit on the couch with us. If you leave a cat alone, they actually cry. I've seen videos of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm always curious what my cat does when I'm not here and when I leave him here, but I doubt he cries. He usually sleeps and eats. And sometimes he tries to escape. But dude, like, how many spell suppression items do I have now? I mean, it has boots without movement speed, but still. Aren't we the whole world for the cat? I don't know, not for my cat, certainly not, no. Like, he knows what I am, like, he's been around me for 8 years, he knows we trust each other deeply, and no freaking way. I'm gonna get reported right now. I'm gonna self-report myself for support gem Ruthless RNG. Dude, I found Trinity, I found added cold damage, I found mana forged arrows, I found elemental damage with attacks. What is this? Oh no. Oh no, I have to change colors though. Because I need one blue and one red. I think I can do it on the chest piece. Yeah, gems are good. That's the takeaway. Gems good, guys. Wait, keep. Fuck, I only have 12 chromatics. Oh, I got it. Okay, we don't have the blue, the green 2-link up there anymore, but we can put the ballista setup in the helmet now. That is fucking crazy. didn't lie when I put into the title that we're gearing up for maps. Actually gearing up. Yeah, now I can't have a Shrapnel Ballista on Focused Ballista support anymore. Wait, no, I can. I was just saying how I was going to put it in the helmet. I'm of questionable intelligence. And now we could even maybe find like another support gem to put on there, right? We could put Devour on there again, so... Because I had Devour earlier. I have no idea where it went, because it's not here, clearly. Could increase crit, but like it doesn't do anything because I'm precise technique. I did have a Devour gem, but it's somehow gone. Oh, mate, it's maybe in the B set, right? Wait, how does it work? Like this? No. I guess I need to first... It's not in the B set. Okay, where is it then? Where is it in one of the items? No. Maybe I'm just blind and it's like lying around somewhere, but I did have gem tab affinity. You reckon I just threw it out somehow? Have I read your question? No. How's the internship? And did I hear from the other apprenticeship things? No, I did not read those, but I answered them multiple times already. Internship is good but boring. And no, I haven't heard from the other one yet. I hope I do tomorrow, because they said early next week, and tomorrow is already mid next week. That looks painful to play on a controller. Ruthless is actually good to play on a controller, but the gem management, inventory management and stuff, especially in enemy zones, is awful. But, you know, you have to be fair. I also basically have been playing for 10 years on mouse and keyboard, so I have to unlearn everything. So a lot of the mistakes that I make and a lot of like the struggles that I have, other people wouldn't have if they're used to controller play and they like start PoE with a controller and play with a controller. Like a lot of the things are just worse for me because I'm used to it being differently. Dude, that damage is insane now. Depends on what you play. True. Yeah, different builds also. But like the gameplay is actually okay with the controller. The moment-to-moment gameplay, like actually controlling your character directly and shooting. I feel like a little bit bad about like AoE skills that you can point somewhere like on the screen, right? Because on a controller it has to auto-target how deep or like how far it goes away from your character. You can only really tell the game shoot in this direction or that direction, right? You can't specifically aim, target an area. So the other day I was trying to do an Eater of Worlds on my Elementalist DD Ignite, and that was super bad because the Desecrate is hard to target the boss with. Like you need to be looking into the direction of the boss, otherwise you miss the Desecrate, and when you then DD afterwards, then you DD a corpse that is not under the boss, so you don't deal damage to the boss, and that's pretty awful. Yeah, skills centered around the character, like Cleave. Cleave is not the best example, but Righteous Fire obviously is made for playing on a controller. Kinda. Blade Vortex, I guess, is also cool. I mean, I do have the Rage Vortex character, and I played that a little bit with controller, and it was okay. It was just a little bit tough to learn the combo to bring up the Rage Vortex. Because you need to get like all the situational buffs before you bring up the Rage Vortex, because it's snapshots, right?
See what we want to dump.
Sunder's probably not the worst, but also not the best. To stay with the theme of that statement. I'm actually worried about my cat. My cat's outdoors right now. And it was a really hot day, and he probably like tried to find like a cold place to get into. And now it's like a thunderstorm outside. And I was already downstairs like multiple times and tried to call him, and he's not coming, not answering. But yeah, I've had the strong suspicion he has like another place that he's staying at, right? Like where someone, presumably some elderly woman, is feeding him and giving him tender care and loving and letting him sleep on the couch for a couple of hours before he takes off again. I have a generic cheap controller. I need to press the buttons way too hard, so you never use it. Yeah, having a good controller is obviously key to the experience being good. I mean, if I gave my controller friend like a shitty keyboard and a shitty mouse, they would probably also not understand the appeal of mouse and keyboard. Another small QOL. Einasad said it earlier, we get the boss, or you mean like a second one? Not the PoE 2 style boss health bars. You can tell me what it is, I don't need to see the teaser. But what is it? Yeah, I mean, that's great for boss fights. There's also another thing where you're like, hey, what took you so long? Why has it not been like that? But that means that they're doing good stuff in PoE 2, right? Like, it means that all the changes and new features that they're making are actually, if they get you going, like, why hasn't it always been like this? Then that's good. And I feel like that's with a lot of things that we get in PoE, right? Like, a lot of times there's like new stuff in a league that I appreciate when it comes out, but then I take it for granted so quickly. Static life bars on act bosses and pinnacle only. Not on map bosses. I'm disappointed that it's not on map bosses, but yeah, act bosses and pinnacle I was expecting. And Uber Pinnacle, obviously, which I guess goes without saying, because Uber Pinnacle are Pinnacle, but then Uber.
This is.
But yeah, I might be swapping to mouse and keyboard
I shall strike
when we're in
you
maps.
down.
I think. This is so unethical, dude. It's gonna be the easiest Kitava and Ruthless ever. But yeah, like, you know, some map bosses are like just randomly in the map. They don't have like a separate area that you can go into, right? Or arena, I should say. So would be a little bit harder to do it there. Need to add the life bar to every boss separately. That's why only Act and Pinnacle have it. Probably, I don't know. I mean, how would you implement it if you did it yourself? Like, I mean, obviously we don't know how PoE is coded and all that. We don't know all the spaghetti, but like if you had PoE right now and you were to add those life bars, then I mean, you'd have to add the feature of having a bigger life bar, and then yeah, like I mean, how are you gonna tell the boss, the game, which monsters are gonna have the bigger life bar and which monsters don't? And how do you make sure that it like works as intended on every one? Oh my god. I died because I read your message. I'm dumb as why am I so bad at this game, dude? I don't know, how can I be so streamer damaged that I like try to read chat in the middle of Kitava? When next podcast with Loipi? Probably around Gamescom. I mean, like Loipi said he's hyped to do content at Gamescom. We said we're gonna link up and we're gonna try and do a meetup and we're gonna try and hang out and do stuff. I think I also told him I'd invite him for a burger or something like that. Actually, I don't know whether I said I invite him. Let's just quickly take that back. I didn't say I'd invite him. But yeah, no, that we definitely wanna like I wanna get him to try Atawitch, which is like what I think personally one of the best burgers that you can have in Germany. Fizz bow, look at that compound bow, double flat with flat fizz and increased fizz. But compound is not a really good base, I think. Döner, yeah, I mean, yeah, in Cologne there's also good kebab. Yep. Oh, they also have like this one place that does like Adana kebab. That's called Kebabland. Kebabland. And Kebabland is actually like internet fame for having like probably one of the best, if not the best, Adana kebab in Germany. And it's so tasty. I want to go there as well, but it's like, it's in Ehrenfeld, so it's like usually too far out of my way to just go there. I really only go there when I go to the venue right at the Ehrenfeld Bahnhof. It's called Club Bahnhof Ehrenfeld. Like right at the train station. Ooh, 25 move speed, 8% rarity boots. But 120 strength, which I don't have.
Good to see you still kicking. Lousy.
Yeah, it was insanely easy, Kitava. Almost didn't die. I mean, I died once because I'm dumb, but if I wasn't special, I wouldn't have died, I think. Dude. I just also, like, I'm impatient because it takes so long, and then I try to be fast, and that doesn't make me better at it. You can only go fast if you know what you're doing, but I have to think about every step on the way. Generally speaking. Yeah, I think going into maps, like it's time for some more life. It's time for revenge of the hunted. Are we celebrating your massive donger today? Nah, that's something that's only happening later this month. Any places with tandoor oven for that fresh bread? A tandoor for a kebab? I thought a tandoor is like a Indian oven. But yeah, a lot of places bake their own bread. Not necessarily in a tandoor, but... We also have like a really good like entrecote beef kebab in Bonn. It's called Sefa. They're also internet fame. I went there like 2 weeks ago on Sunday evening, and we waited in line for like half an hour for a kebab. It was so awful. I mean, the waiting was awful. The kebab was heavenly, and I think like when we were done eating and when we were leaving, like the queue was still as long, and the guy like from the restaurant, the owner actually started to send people away because they knew that they could only serve as many people as there are in the queue, and they wouldn't have any extra anymore. And it was like really early, like in the evening. But yeah, that's basically the acts. Now we can map. I do still have a little bit of lack of cold resist. Actually, also fire resist. I was not aware, so we do need to step up the resist game a little bit. But yeah, I'll just find exalts and slam resists onto my chest piece. How about that? Because that still has open suffix too, even. So just need to slam the chest piece. Easy. Could also just somehow automate an enduring cry if we happen to luck into 2 red sockets that are linked, or just have an enduring cry and use it so that we get some endurance charges to cap off the fire resist and cold resist, at least during mapping. Crafting is not a thing. Crafting is a thing, but the crafting bench is not a thing. But like smashing rocks at stuff is a thing. Oh. Yeah, this is the jam. I actually also found a whole bunch of maps already. I think I need to transmute that, right? I don't want to chisel it. I'll risk not getting returns. Always ignite? Didn't I have like an ignite immune somewhere? Yeah, removes all burning on the mana, easy. I want to use my amethyst flask, but for this map I'll still keep the burn immune. Without the bench, you actually keep multiple rares for gear swaps. That is quite interesting. Yeah, definitely. I think the bench not being there is definitely not the worst aspect of Ruthless. Like, what competes for the worst aspect for me is that I can't hide item filters on... that I can't hide items on the filter. Like, I can make them as small as possible, making them virtually disappear, right? Because they're not highlighted and they're just really small. But, like, you can't just make them not show, which is frustrating. Because you still do get a lot of items in the game. Wait, did I not just kill Kitava? Did I port out? Oh no, I died and I pressed resurrect in town. Right? Didn't I? Yeah, I didn't finish it. I thought I finished it for some reason, but now that I think back, I didn't finish it. I just didn't port back in. Ah, dude. Gaming and streaming. I do have to say I also have a little bit of a headache though. And tomorrow's gonna be another day. Wait, we can do the ossuary. I'll do Kitava tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday I already said I can't stream on Wednesday because I have plans. But Thursday I'll be there and I'll actually try and do what we tried to do today. Except Thursday, I don't know how the weather is. I need to check the weather for Thursday to see whether I can actually go with the bike or... But yeah, going with the bike is like more pleasant in the morning. And it's like actually quite tough in the... on the way back in the evening.
Let's talk.
I have to say.
See what we want to dump or keep.
That's also because I'm not really used to it anymore. I think it's gonna be better soon again. But I've been slacking the last week or two.
Man's locker is overflowing.
Not been biking as much.
Time to make some tough choices.
Oh yeah, even if we did mapping... Wait, no, I must have done Kitava. Because I did get the resist penalty. I did it. How do I not remember doing Kitava? It just goes to show how easy it was. It wasn't a memorable fight.
An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
Giant statue bosses are boring. Kitava is kind of lame. I don't know. I think Kitava is kind of well done. Personally. I really enjoy the fight. I wouldn't say it's lame, but yeah, it's different from a boss that moves around for sure.
Yeah, food.
We're at varying degrees of moving around, right? Like, I mean, you have the Brine King, who is all but stationary, right?
Good tidings to you.
Exile. Exile. Wake up. Commander Kira. I was no wonder. It's through the tunnel.
Have a good one, Balder. Thanks for checking on me and hanging out. Like I said, soon more. Definitely around league start. I got everything sorted out in terms of organizational planning.
Kirax, mine. We've a vital mission for you, Godslayer. But you're not going to believe me until you see this for yourself. Take this map and put it in one
Why,
of the
he
map
also
devices
gives me a
below.
map.
It will take you to a realm we call the Atlas.
Which
Once
one
you
would
see
I
the
like
world on the
most?
other side and
I
have
think
yourself a
Shipyard's the
battle,
best one. Hinder on hit with spells seems also good. I like that. Meteor on death. Should I put that devoted mod there? I guess. Yeah, that one there to make it less damage. This-ish. Yeah, wait, all damage with hits can chill is actually ass. Yeah, let's put that like that. I don't like being chilled.
The presence of nature is absent here.
Gonna get destroyed. Ah, dude, the maps make such a huge difference. Pack density. This is real shit, dude. This is where it's at. Wait, is Shipyard the big square or the linear one? It's the big square, right? The linear one is something W. Morph. Obviously speaking in relative terms here to what I encountered outside of maps, you joker. I think I also only had one mod. Right, I didn't augment the map. I think it only had hinder on hit with spells or something like that. Well, yeah, mark on hit would be great. Like, probably gonna have to mule a character to get another, or not just spam Merciless Lab, which we do need still anyway. I didn't get any rare items though. Like a lot of items, but only shit. Hey, but at least we got a map back. That's already more than I dared to hope. And now Kirik is happy. Yeah, nice Kirik.
Now that you've had a glimpse of the...
He's also selling the goods. Okay, that's affordable, but you need chance orbs. Probably gonna wait with that. But yeah, also Kirik giving maps, so that's great. And then, do you get battle pass stuff in Ruthless? Do I get like my free handouts from like the entire league here? No, wait. Yep, there's no free track rewards in Ruthless. True ethical thing. True ethical Game Pass. This only for players, not for MTXers. How can you delete an item, by the way? Can I like pick up and discard and destroy? That's how you do it, right? I mean, there's no good reason to do that unless, other than being too lazy to vendor it. For vendoring, at least you get shards. Oh, I even have Merciless unlocked already. Come, we'll go for it.
Prevail.
Just one quick attempt. I got good damage. We should be able to do it.
Argus, fetch.
Argus likes to focus ballistas. Little doggo likes his toys.
Goodbye, Argus. I couldn't have asked for a more faithful and loving companion.
Yeah, faithful and loving companion, maybe, but he sucked in combat. I just remembered for Merklab, you best get the overlay, right? Or the thing. How much evasion do I have? 8.5k is not too terrible, especially because you can still press the flask. And then it's a little bit more, hopefully. 16.9. The main path? No, I don't want to go there. Or do I? 'Cause this looks like a major backtrack if I want to go. Man, I hate lab zones where the top right exit and the top left exit are not connected. But this also looks... Oh god, it's that type of zone. Let's hope it's the first exit that I encounter. Does having 0 mana via blood magic count as full mana or low mana? Neither nor, I think. Because you just don't have mana. But I don't know for sure. I think having 0 out of 0 qualifies as neither full nor empty. That's an interesting question, and the way that you asked it implies that it's definitely either one of the two, but
Kiss it bye-bye.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the two, but if I had to guess, I don't know it. You know, we need to normalize saying I don't know. I don't know. And thanks for the resub. Wait, no. It's resting gifting 5 community subs. Okay, then I need to make this lab. Because if I don't make this lab, then... Thanks for the 5 gift subs, too. You've been gifting a lot of subs. In the last couple weeks. Months. Years. Be easy enough to test with this body armor that increases spell damage taken on low mana. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, can test that in PvP. Do you have like 2 accounts to quickly do it yourself, or you got someone you can ask? Hey, what up T3? How are you doing? Yeah, I was originally planning to do a little bit longer stream today. We're unfortunately already in the lab, and I need to go after the lab because I'm dying and I have to get up early again. Doing good. Gonna start doing some practice for real this time. Yes, I am also doing practice for real.
Violence is delicate.
Not tonight, though. Dude, Ruthless with controller is way better than Ruthless with gold.
Stand your ground. By the goddess, what ambition. Even
Want to have a good league start?
can be dismantled.
Nah, fuck league starts. Practicing Elden Ring, you have the Elden emote. No, you have the Elden emote, I don't see it. It's probably like a 7TV global thing or so. Oof. Oh my god. I must not be slacking off now. We need to make it through this run. I think it's taking emotes from another chat? No, maybe the... What? Why would it? Can it not just be global? I mean, there's some of the weirdest emotes that are global. They're tuna's emotes. I'm the tuna now. Tuna Master OP.
For those who ascend too quickly, the fall is inevitable.
I could have even flashed. I just thought I'd make it. Can't even see this? No, I can't see images. Unless I go over there and hover them. For mods such as full mana exists, it would not work with blood magic. The game doesn't even consider mana a thing when you have 0 auto 0. Yeah, I might have actually read that. And and remembered it. Or maybe I've just internalized Mark's logic. And oh my god, I just made that connection that Mark 9 years ago is the Mark. It's the same Mark as Mark nowadays. Oh man. Like, I mean, I knew, but like, I never made that connection that the forum Mark, the guy that pointed out the mechanics, all the stuff on the forums, is the Mark Roberts that is now the, you know, game director of Path of Exile 1. Oh man, guys, I want to do the lab, but I don't want to die again on the way. And I'm having fun, but like also, I really can't stay longer because I need to go. And we did a 2-hour stream. It's more than the 1 hour they get yesterday. And on Thursday, I do at least 3 hours. I'll promise you that. I don't go out on a limb again and say, we do the 6 hours. But chances are, after today's thunderstorm, the weather on Thursday will not be as hot as it was today, hopefully. And maybe I'll also just, you know, not take that long and take public transport instead of the bike. Because the bike, like I said, is more convenient, faster in the morning, takes longer in the afternoon. And today, because it was so hot, I had to bike up all the hill. That was awful. So I appreciate you just being here. And then you go out of your way and gift subs. Beyond my basic appreciation for you being here. So I have to raise my appreciation budget. I'll try and be a good sport and throw in the stream as soon as possible, guys. I really love you. I'll find someone to rate. But have a wonderful rest of your night and say hi to the streamer that I rate.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash.